Hey everyone, we're back. So we have the bars out of the oven. They are nice and browned. I don't have my pot holders or lift them. I can kind of lift them, but you can see they brown nicely. They're done all the way through. So now we're gonna work on the topping, and while that's going, we'll kind of get them out of the pan at the same time. So we have the remaining third cup of our white chocolate morsels in our 1 cup prep bowl. And so what we're going to do is microwave them for a total of a minute, but every 15 minutes we'll stop. And with our Pampered Chef mix and scrape, we'll make sure to scrape down the bowl so they don't burn. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the microwave, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to watch the clock while I multitask and take out our bars. So I'm using the Pampered Chef stackable cooling rack here, along with the Pampered Chef nylon spatula to serve our bars and to get them out of our pan. Oops, that one. You can see they held together really well, like even without the flour. It's the first time I've really tried any kind of recipe like this. Oh, time to stir. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'll grab my scooper. So I'm just gonna grab these out of the microwave. First time you ever scoop or stir anything out of the microwave, kind of the chips, it doesn't look like a whole lot is happening, but really it is. So it's important to make sure you really scrape the sides and scoop it really well, which is why the mix and scrape really works well for this application. It allows you to get down to the bottom, and then you're able to wipe off your scraper, to kind of make sure you get all your ingredients incorporated. So we're going to pop this back in the microwave for another 15 minutes, and I'm going to run back, try to get the rest of these out, and then we'll keep going on the recipe. So, be right back. Alright, up against the clock. I feel like I'm on some kind of game show. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out. Alright, might not be able to get them all. I'm going to go ahead and grab our chocolate, one sec. Looks like it's nice and melted. Now, when I went and looked up the original recipe for this, it called for, in order to drizzle the chocolate onto the bars, it said to go ahead and put the chocolate into a sandwich bag and then cut off the corner of the sandwich bag to help you drizzle it and decorate the bars, which definitely does work and is something that I've used in the past. In order to decorate items that I've made. I just want to put them in the sink real quick. But since then, Pampered Chef has come out with the chocolate drizzler, which I have received. So I'm going to show you how you would do it based on how the recipe explained, but then I'm actually going to do it with my drizzler. So just kind of move these sideways. But so if I were using just a normal bag, I probably wouldn't use the Ziploc one. I would use the regular sandwich bag. But I found as a tip, if you just put it in a cup, more like usually a whiskey type lowball glass works well. You can press the tip in the middle and just kind of press the edges around the cup. And so that way it allows you to kind of scrape your ingredients and kind of put them right into the middle of the bag so you don't make a mess. And so you're able to kind of hold it and bring up the sides. And then you would have all of your ingredients kind of near the end of the tip. And you can snip it off and use it that way. So if you don't have the drizzler yet, if that's on your wish list, then that's certainly a way you can do that. But this is the chocolate drizzler that I'm going to use. So it comes with a stand, and then also the insert where we're going to fill actually with our chocolate or caramel or whatever you would like to drizzle with. And then we have our little pusher part here, which is actually going to help us to drizzle the chocolate. So we're going to stand it in our stand, and I have our white chocolate that we've melted. I'm going to go ahead with our mix and scrape and kind of get it to go where we want it, right there in our drizzler. It's kind of set up a little bit as I'm going through the video. Normally, if you were working with it, you kind of would, immediately start going. But, you just work a little bit with it, and it does go down for you. It's kind of, the suction of the stand, but I'm just going to show you a couple for this video. Of course, if you were doing that at home, you would make sure you got all your chips, or, all your bars covered. But we're going to go ahead and proceed with this. I'm kind of making a mess, but it's okay. So I have this fancy pink cover down for tonight because I knew I was going to be drizzling. So I would just be able to toss it. That's a good tip if you have kids. And you're going to be doing some kind of recipe like this where you're going to drizzle, you're going to have fun, it's going to be a mess. These came from the Dollar General, and I cut it in half, so it's not even the full cover. So, I have multiple to be able to do this again and again. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is I have the white chocolate in my drizzler. I'll pull it out of the stand, and then I'm going to use it, drizzling, to move these kind of in front here, our bars, and I'm just going to drizzle, pretty free form. You're just drizzling on white chocolate, but we'll cover as many as we can with what we have. We actually got quite a bunch of chocolate in there, so we've got them pretty nice and covered. If your white chocolate hardens up, you can always kind of just pop it back in the microwave for a couple more seconds, or add a few chips, and that'll help you to kind of loosen it back up a little bit. But here's our finished product. I'll show you one of the ones we got finished, and I actually have a special guest that's going to join me for a taste test. So I would like to welcome my husband, David. If you will please join us. We will be testing. This is David. Here's your fork. So we will be testing the.
We need a fork?
Well, we're going to share, so we're going to be civilized people on the video, at least pretend. So we're going to try the Flourless oatmeal bars. So, and it's still nice and warm, so it's nice and soft. Like for a breakfast bar, on the go, in the car. Like a pick me up for a middle of the day snack. Kind of sweet,
yeah.
But
like an afternoon snack.
Yeah, because the chickpeas kind of add a lot of protein to it, so gives you that protein you need, which kind of helps. So you can go take that with you. And
chocolate's good too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Give me a kiss. So anyway, so that really worked out. I'm really surprised. I really enjoyed using the chickpeas instead of the flour, so that's something I'm looking more into, which is definitely one of the reasons why I love Pampered Chef. It just opens me up to so many new ideas. But I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe and enjoyed seeing a lot of the products that we use, or that I use. And one thing that I did want to mention that I have is the Twist Sticks clip set. That is one of the free gifts you can choose as a guest or host of a party in September. They're a little bit different color now. This is one that I've had for years and years, but for items like this, white chocolate chips and cranberries that I kind of use together, I'll twist them together and put them in the pantry. So I kind of get 2 for 1, especially when they're small portions like this. But I've had these for years and they've held up really great. And so just FYI, that's something to look forward to if you're considering either hosting or joining a party in September. That is one of the items that you're able to choose. They come with all different sizes. So Anyway, I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good Saturday evening. Take care.